impact both on human life and even on the economy, because the story we've just seen talks about the death and destruction. And some argue that there's a deliberate attempt, or there could be a deliberate attempt by some sections to discredit the Gen Z movement, because they were clear about what they wanted, but now it would appear that everything they do, everything they touch is linked to death and destruction. Do you agree that there could be such a deliberate?
I think there is, because those who have in power are looking at it from a political solution perspective, but the problem is economic. The youth have always fought the Finance Bill 2024. They were arguing about overtaxation. Now this time again, when they went out during the finance bills, people died, so they wanted to commemorate. So I think government is giving a political solution to an economic problem. And they're forgetting that in as much as they're making the youth look bad, the reality on the ground is that the economy is not working. So even if the goons come in, and even the goons themselves have said, we are here because we are looking for unga for our children. So generally the problem is economic. It's an economic problem, but the government is focusing on the wrong solution because they think it's an issue that Kenyans are not happy with the presidency. But if the delivery is not there, then people feel that they've been failed.
And if that is the case, this is a day of the era of social media. Maybe with that kind of approach would have worked in previous days, probably Saba, the initial Saba protest. Do you think it's working right now?
I think no, it's outdated. When we look at the history of Saba, you know, we were young that time, where they were doing it because of multi-party democracy. But now the argument is our new challenge, our new age challenge is economic, lack of economic democracy. So in as much as the youth are organizing in social media, probably they felt they're not being heard. Remember, they're also arguing in 2024, they gave their public participation views, but were not taken into consideration. So maybe they felt now you've pushed us to the next level of having to go out, which is an outdated way, but they had to force themselves into the space. Yes.
Looking at the death and destruction, and many people wonder, is there a different way of doing this? Because now those are the questions being raised. Can the young Kenyans still continue with the demonstrations, if at all this is a direct consequence every time they go to the streets?
I think the solution at this point is for the youth, the Gen Zs, the genuine ones, the peaceful ones, to keep off the demonstrations so that the goons lack the space to join them. Because at the end of it all, they're being peaceful, but the goons are being brought to scuttle. So I think it's about time they organize themselves and now focus on the election. The tragedy is that Fred have been around politics for a while, and most of general elections, you see the youth around, they don't go to vote. They say the vote is going to be stolen. So I think the strategy should change towards registering as a voter, looking for a political party that you feel you support, volunteer as a party agent to protect the vote. Because now we have to go ahead of the goons. The goons are used to scuttle the idea, but as it is now, as a democratic country we cannot say that we are going to fight by the bullet. Let us focus on the ballot. So I think it's time to withdraw and retreat and re-strategize matters 2027.
All right.